short course event. And look at him go. A great finish there, Matty Wesley, and good stock. His mum, Loretta Wesley, when I was a young man, won everything. Some 3-hour marathons, Australian road cycling events. She was a winner of multiple Ironman events as young Kempson comes across the line in second, just behind our winner Matt Wesley. And Loretta, obviously a multiple West Australian champion, passing on that lineage to her son Matt. As we see Neville, another one of our top competitors, Keel, coming through in the short course event. And coming through thick and fast, these junior men. Joel Keeble, well done Joel, fantastic result. Third, men's 14 to 15 years. Next up, Connor Addison, fourth, a very competitive category. All those young men within very quick succession of each other, and some great racing from these junior competitors as we see Duffy coming through as well, another one of our top junior male competitors. And some more Eclipse Performance athletes. Our first female competitor, well done to Ethan Duffy. Next behind him, Jake Pomeroy. And then Jasmine Greaves has taken the women's 14 to 15 category. Well done, Jasmine. Just ahead of second place finisher there. And across the line in second place was Breeze James. Next up, one of our Break Your Limits competitors in very tight junior racing, that was Grace Lenigan. Petite Wesley. And another one of our junior competitors, so Bianca Petite, great result from her in fourth place. Matthew Conan. And then a little bit further back, another one of the Wesley clan, and that was Alicia Wesley. Jaden Morrissey just across the line from Break Your Limits, coached by Steve Gleason. Stuart Denton, also Stuart Durham, coaching a lot of these top junior talents, and very tight racing amongst all these competitors, that's for sure. A big sprint finish from this young competitor, and a great head of steam from a young competitor wearing number 531. That was Cameron Holdsworth in the 14 to 15 year category. Slight downhill sprint, and Coates's in next.
How good were the speeds, like slip and slide?
Fueled by shots, his dad's there repping the Carlo shots at the tent. All competitors get a free shots gel. Charlie Coates. A great finish from him there. As we're about 3 or 4 minutes away from our leading competitors in the long course event, we would expect that our first 5K run for these athletes, this sort of condition, will be around 15 minutes and 10 seconds for our top competitors, and then the race will really start. Some of the junior athletes will maybe be lacking a little bit of power in this non-drafting format. Some of the top riders we would expect, the likes of Matt Burton, indicated to me he'll be pushing about 430 watts on the bike. A huge amount of power through those pedals, and for the junior athletes, they'll get a little bit of a taste of what senior strength looks like out there on the bike course. But the first run, expect to see a lot of our juniors very visible, and then on the bike, the powerhouse senior competition. The question for Ryan Bailey will be how much work he's done on that time trial bike. Thomas Bruin's obviously very adept at that particular discipline of the sport. And then on to the likes of Matt Burton and Ben King, the real power cyclists, whether they can make up their run deficit on the bike. An interesting question asked of the athletes in different phases of the event. And in the female category, it looks as though Katie Gibb will be a little bit too classy for the other competitors. She's been in fantastic form, but she'll face some stiff competition from the strong bikers in Farrell and Hawkins. Some of the junior competitors again may suffer a little bit on the bike. As we see young Daniel Ludick coming in, well done. Some fantastic junior racing. Daniel Smith, Joe Davison, Chloe Deeg all coming through. Daniel Stewart.
Get Big Jim going.
A little bit behind him, a great finish there from two other juniors, Darcy Mason, and then Jackie Rogers, who stood on the line. He made it through safely. Well done, Jack. Great to see all these juniors out, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a round of applause. Some great talent. Daniel Buris, well done, son. And the likes of Ryan Bailey and a number of our athletes now in the elite ranks started in a similar vein to these junior competitors here today.
Timing, honest.
As we look down to the opposite side of the lake, we can see a small break beginning to be established by, looks like Ryan Bailey out in front. He's got about a 5 metre lead on a couple of athletes. Looks like potentially Matt Smith, maybe Luke Blake, and then a little bit further back we can see Thomas Bruins, the long striding long course athlete. Just as an indication, the last race with Thomas Bruins in Zofingen, he was 7th in the World Championship just 3 weeks ago. 10k run, 150k bike and 30k run. About 3 weeks ago for Ryan Bailey, he was at the Olympic Games in Rio, training over 1.5k, racing over 1.5k swim, 40k bike, 10k run, draft legal. So definitely different styles of racing for both competitors, and a collision course here today on the streets or paths around Champion Lakes for two world-class athletes. So the lead pack actually a little bit stronger than we suggested. It's about 4 strong. It looks to be Ryan Bailey, relaxed and comfortable, Matt Smith in there as well. And then a little bit further back at 5 to 10 metres out that range, we can see Thomas Bruins in the lighter green and black strip. Just off the back of the group, running strongly. And great to see a big lead back. You can see that the other competitor up there, he does love this particular course. He was great last year. It's good to see him. Brandon Swift is in that lead group as well. So Ryan Bailey, Brandon Swift, Matt Smith, and there's one more competitor, potentially Luke Bate, on the other side, the young Australian junior champion, trained by the young Paul Mackay himself. A 5th place finisher of the World Duathlon Championships in Rimini in 2001. Thomas Bruins just a little bit off that group. So 4 in the lead bunch. We look a little bit further back, big second group starting to form, about 30 seconds down on our leaders. And that looks to include the likes of Ben King, Matt Duncan, and a number of top junior competitors. We'll see how far back Matt Burton is. Looks to be around a minute. You can see him in the blue and black strip. He want to be within a minute to really do some damage early enough in the bike for it to make a difference to the outcome of the day. He may well narrow the gap, but it looks like it may be too substantial for him to be decisive in today's proceedings. We'll wait and see. As we see Matt Smith round the corner, we've got more and more of our short course competitors crossing the line as well.
Is that going okay, mate?
Well done there, Ty Campbell, Tyler O'Dwyer, Ashley Cockman and Carrie Tansey across the line in the short course event. As we watch our elite competitors coming into transition now, we see our lead bike and zooming into focus, our lead pack of 4 men. As we see Matt Smith, Ryan Bailey, Luke Bate, and these great young athletes, Brandon Swift and then Thomas Bruins, coming into transition and ready to head out on their 20-kilometre bike leg.
So, and then it's another run, isn't it?
And as we mentioned, what a talented field. Matt Smith is himself an age group world champion. Luke Bate, Australian junior triathlon champion. Ryan Bailey, 6th in the world, 10th in the Olympic Games. No need to introduce him. Brandon Swift, 2nd year last year. Tom Bruins, 7th in the world long course triathlon championships just 3 weeks ago. 2-time Australian champion, Asian current champion for long course. Just 5 to 10 seconds off the back. You'd expect him to be a bit sore training for the equivalent of an Ironman. It's a big step down in distance. The question will be, how does he carry that form through onto the bike? Here comes Matt Burton, not too far back, around a minute, and he's finished that run off very strongly. He'll be very happy with the final stages of that run. Matty Duncan coming into transition as well.
Chilling.
And a little bit further back, here comes Benny King. We can see our leading junior competitors, Lees Davison, doing very well.
Oh yeah, Jono. That's right.
Thomas from Break Your Limits. Young and Allen coming into transition.
Who wants to get involved? Does that, mate? You're about to cycle.
Well done to our short course competitor there, Bruce Holmes. Well done, Bruce. Matthew Holmes. Matthew Johnson, sorry, I should say. Bruce Holmes, Ian Petit. Well done to the team there of Stephen and Sarah. They've done very well in the mixed teams category. Here comes our leading female, Katie Gibb, into transition first.
Yeah, I've heard that name a few times.
In the female open category, as we see our elite male athletes off onto the bike leg.
Do you know how long the second run is for the long course? 5:38 and then 5:67 and 5:17. Oh yeah. Not aerodynamic.
Second place, Anthony and Stacey, and then a little further back to Rosie Farrell in the elite female division. So stiff competition there. First through there into the T1 transition in 1841 was Katie Gibb. At T1, at a transition in the men, Luke Bates 1635, Brandon Swift 1641, Matt Smith 1642, Thomas Bruin 1651. A little bit further back to Tim Gould, Chris Thomas, Matty Duncan, Jonathan Samet and Jason Ryan in that chasing group.
Yeah, I'm going to double check the battery.
I think we'll see something from Johnny Samet today. Matt Burton not too far behind. A race of contrast today. The bike leg, the question will be how much damage can our strong cyclists do. Ben King not too far behind either. You see our top age group competitors coming into transition. Some stiff competition with this being the first race of the TWA Tri-Series for these competitors this year. 5 races across the season, chasing the honour of being the leading age group competitor in Western Australia. Stiff competition, no doubt. I've got with me Michael Fruberg, former world rocking champion, and also the designer of what is known as the Air Hub, which is being used by both Matt Burton and Thomas Brewer, still our top cyclists. Thanks for coming and joining us, mate. Give us a little bit of insight into your product you developed.
So the Air Hub is an on-road resistance trainer, much like a Wahoo kicker or a Le Mans trainer. The Air Hub does all of that, but in the front wheel of your bike while you're out training on the road.
So it allows athletes at different levels, obviously, to tailor a training solution and obviously also train together. One of the big advantages there.
Yeah, exactly right. And it also does heart rate control and power control, so you can set a heart rate when you want to go training, and it'll automatically adjust to hold you at that heart rate for the entire training session. So it's the ultimate in scientific training when you're out on the road.
Fantastic, mate. So the likes of obviously Tom Rules and Matt Burton, who else have you got using the product and what's the early feedback?
Yeah, we've also got Tim Reed using the product, World Ironman Champion 70.3. He absolutely loves the product, has written a great review about it in Australian Duathlon Mag, and we're also picking up a bit of steam on the cycling side of things over internationally in Europe.
Fantastic. So in terms of accessing the product and where people can actually get themselves and get their hands on something, where can they get their hubs?
So you can either search us on Facebook, just look for Air Hub, or search us online in Google, and flick us a message, and then we can get you one to test out for a couple of weeks and see if you like it.
Fantastic, mate. Obviously your career now is obviously in the engineering department. No racing for you in the near future?
No, not at the moment, but you never know. It's my efficiency of training with the Air Hub so high that I might make it come back at one stage.
Fantastic. Thanks for helping us out, mate. We're really seeing your boys going out there on the bike with that extra power training will make all the difference on this bike league. Thanks to Michael Freeberg there, as we mentioned, a world champion in the Omnium, and now turning his industry knowledge at the top level of the sport into product design and technology. And with Tim Reed, the Australian who took the line honours at the recent 70.3 World Championships using the product and endorsing it. It's a strong sign that triathletes should be looking out for that product and getting their hands on it as soon as possible. Help with their training. It's a great way for athletes at different levels to train together. You can be going at the same pace as different power through the resistance hub. It's a great tool for groups and athletes at different levels, husband, wife, families with younger kids. The dad or the mum can put a bit extra power through the pedal and they can both be going at the same pace. A great initiative, very well thought out.
No, that's
Plenty of our short course competitors still coming through to finish their event as we see our age group is completing their first 5K run. Johnny Salmon will be pressing up towards the lead. Established early by the faster runners Ryan Bailey, Rick Bates, Brandon Swift. And Thomas Bruins are not far behind the leaders on the first run with a very powerful wide split as we mentioned. So I'm far away from seeing our records during the first lap. As we see a lot more of our short course competitors finishing now. Last group start to the tri-season. Must thank again our sponsors, Perkin Integrated Health, at the finish line recovery centre. Also, thank you to PA Eyewear upstairs, City Armadale for this fantastic venue. DRC, the running centre, the shoe experts, and a great range of triathlon gear upstairs. And then also, as always, Shots Nutrition, the field of choice for triathletes in Western Australia for many years. Jesse Baccattini and Ian Lee were through there just behind Kamalinda Supichova, Brandon Flea and Jason Van Machukovic. Also well done to Anthony Lynch, David Watson, Cole Riley, Joshua Yeo and Brad Mann. In the women's division, Lucy Kay, Sarah Orig, Joanne Flea, Ava Harris, Lisa Palmer, Robin Palmer, Eva Hill, and Paulina Suki-Honda. To those individuals, and a points to allow me playing havoc with the build out of the bike course. We've certainly favour those athletes able to push the big wattage and the variation in pace in terms of tailwind and the headwind sections will be significant for these athletes in such a blustery set of conditions facing them out on the bike course. Some of our top age group competitors still coming into transition. You see Gail coming through.
Hey, Zoe!
Alright, Zoe. She did it.
So through the first lap on the bike, we can see the Thomas Bruins have done some damage. They are out in front. They have Ryan Bailey for company. A little bit further back, Matt Smith, Luke Bate, Johnny Samet, then Brandon Swift by the stiff wins out here at Champion Lakes. Ben King, the North Coast cyclist, working his way through the quick Jason Ryan, and then Matt Duncan up next. Aaron Rook in the age group's doing very strong, as is Joshua Roberts. So some really strong riding from the power cyclists. Ryan Bailey not showing up on our leaderboard, but obviously we expect he is there. And Matt Burton doing some wholesale damage. He told me he was hoping to push out 430 watts. And when there's a wind like this, there's nowhere to hide unless you can get up near that similar power output. And I would not be surprised if he's got into contention early, if he can try to prize enough of a gap to make this a genuine contest. Duathlon sport really contingent upon mechanical power on the bike. There is a lot less power through those legs when you go with a run rather than a swim. And for all the triathletes familiar with big packs and stack rides, you don't get one in a duathlon. It is a much harder sport in that regard. And the strongest athletes make a lot bigger gap than what they would in an equivalent event. Because the legs are already softened up from the run, it becomes a real test of strength. And we'll see if Matt Burton has enough today to beat the likes of Tom Williams and Ryan Bailey, which will be a major coup for him. He's a previous winner of the event, of course, and has a history of great performances. He's been in great form recently with some podium events around the world. The 70.3 distance is his preferred event, and some cycling performances obviously at a very high standard. So we look forward to seeing how the race unfolds. is coming through now. Mitchell Lees, Alec Davison and Luke Burrows through their first lap also. can see down the back straight, Matt Burton doing some big damage. That's the lead motorbike. And Matt Burton has stolen a march on the competition here. And a significant march at that. He is well clear of the pack. And then further back we can see Thomas Bruins is next place, sitting at a gap of about 30 seconds back from our leader Matt Burton. And then it looks like a gap has been established to the chasing group with the likes of Ryan Bailey and Luke Bate. Johnny Salmon looking to be cutting through the field. Matt Smith just behind him trying to hold a legal distance. And Matt Burton doing some damage here on the bike course, the windy conditions suiting the powerful cyclist. And some of the younger athletes being found out a little bit in the conditions that we have here today. In the women's category, Katie Gibb well out in front and riding very strongly. The first run leg just under 16 minutes today, a little bit slower than perhaps expected for the men. And then in the high 17 minutes for Katie Gibb. But the bike is where all the damage is being done, and the question will be is how much of a gap can Matt Burton get before he comes into transition, and will it be enough to hold off the pursuing pack of elite runners including Ryan Bailey. We saw Luke Bate there in the first run, Matt Smith, and some of these young stellar athletes, the likes of Brandon Swift, second last year. And Will Thomas Bruins, the strongest overall duathlete over the long distance, just find that his overall balance is enough to catch back up to Matt Smith, Matt Burton and hold off the chasing group. An exciting finish awaits, and the conditions allowing for a very fair and even contest across our age group competition as well. And Anderson Drew leading in the 60-69 category. Pauline Wiltshire in the 70 plus category as well, doing beautifully. We're seeing some of our top age group competitors now surging through and completing their first lap of the bike course. We expect our leaders will be through in about 5 minutes time into transition, folks, so don't go far. Grab yourself a coffee and get ready for a race for the ages. A 2.5k final run. We'll be able to see it all from our vantage point, taking place and finishing in front of the timing centre at the Regatta Centre. For those who have finished the short course event, Perth Integrated Health have a free recovery tent available for your use, so jump in there, free recovery tent. TRC, all your tri gear and footwear gear on site. Shots, carbo shots, sports nutrition with Simon Coates. Free gel for all participants, the fuel of choice, carbo shots, and it has been for many years for WA Triathlon. So shots, come and grab some gear from them. PA Eyewear, offering a range of eyewear at great prices for the expo today. We must also thank the City of Armadale. They've done a great job at hosting us once again this year for the Australian Championships. Triathlon Australia, the official body for triathlon in Australia. Triathlon Western Australia as well, the state championship, as well as the Australian Championship today. It's a big title on the line and an exciting race about to allow us to see that championship unfold. have some splits through the end of the second lap of the bike. Matt Burton 37.16, Tom Bruins 37.41, Matt Smith 37.59. A big move from Johnny Samet 37.59, then Ben King 38.37 and Luke Bate 38.39. Brandon Swift back at 39.07. Now we haven't got Ryan Bailey coming through on the feed. We expect he is in there somewhere. 42.18 our leading position in the female. Katie Gibb, next back Kirby Diaz, then Rosie Farrell and Anthea Stacey. But some big gaps forming there too. Diaz narrowly ahead of Farrell and Stacey falling back a fraction to be at a gap of about 2 minutes behind our leader Katie Gibb. So expecting that Matt Burton may well be our man here today. He has a gap of 25 seconds after 2 laps. At the pace he's going, it looks like he'll have a minute gap going on to the final run at a minimum. And you would hazard a guess that in 2.5 kilometres, the other competitors will be hard pressed to make that gap up. Stranger things have happened. Matt Burton has another lap in front of him to prize as much of a gap as he can and try to secure this Australian Championship. Tom Bruins, 25 seconds back. Matt Smith and Johnny Samet, perhaps once that caboose breaks between Matt Smith and Johnny Samet, Smith may drop away. Looks to have had a good serve through the field and holding position with Johnny Samet moving through strongly and the other competitor moving through the field, Ben King. Exciting climax ahead, 5 minutes away from transition number 2 and Matt Burton our likely leader. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, our leader of the 2016 Australian Duathlon Championships, Matt Burton. In hot pursuit, we didn't have his number, but he's right there. Ryan Bailey, the world number 6 triathlete, hot on the heels of Matt Burton. And you would imagine it's going to be a demonstration now of the class of Ryan Bailey. Fantastic riding from Matt Burton. But make no mistake, we're about to see a world-class triathlete. Juniors, I suggest you head into the transition area and watch the demonstration of the class of Ryan Bailey. 10th in the Rio Olympic Games, one of the greatest athletes produced in Bunbury, and a fantastic performance to stay on the heels, or the lightning wheels, I should say, of Matt Burton. And Ryan Bailey, it's a big demonstration, ladies and gentlemen. Just watch how quick this young man runs. And as we see those two head out into transition, Thomas Bruins and Johnny Samet in 3rd and 4th. As they come into transition, 5th place getter, or 5th place into transition and having ridden very strongly, Matt Smith. Only about 15 seconds back. And then a bigger gap further back into our other place getters. But as we see them exit onto the run, Ryan Bailey, all class, easing his way into the lead now and passing Matt Burton out of T2. There's not much more we can say about the young man Ryan Bailey, except that he's a very humble champion. It's great to see him out racing here today. He's settling into his rhythm, Burton running strongly, but you would hazard a guess that our winner today. It's all Ryan Bailey. As Johnny Salmon, a fantastic ride from him. Leads out Thomas Bruins. And then in 5th place, we will see young Matt Smith. Next in, Matty Duncan, a very strong ride from Matt Duncan. Sean Whitehead as well. Matt Smith, an Australian, a world junior champion in the age group competition ranks. Running very smoothly out of T2 in 5th place. It'll be very much a strength run here. As we see, Thomas Bruins just working up towards Johnny Salmon. What a ride from Johnny Salmon. A big couple of weeks of racing for young Johnny Salmon. He was first in the Australian University Games time trial in a brilliant effort this week. And showed that power on the bike here today, coached by Paul Mackay. Himself 5th in the World Elite Duathlon Championships back in 2001. And obviously doing a great job coaching his young proteges. Luke Bate, a little bit off the pace here. So found wanting a little bit on the bike for a junior competitor. As we see Ryan Bailey just stretching out his lead. Matt Burton doing beautifully today, it must be said. His run on the first run set him up for a big challenge today. And he showed all his power on that bike. As we see Thomas Bruins just easing up to the shoulder now of Johnny Salmon in 3rd place. As we see the battle for the podium on for young and old. The athletes seem to be running into a stiff headwind into that straight. You can see Johnny Salmon labouring into the wind and pushing hard. Tom Bruins as well, that forward lean suggestive of a very stiff resistance for these competitors. And a real test of strength here today at Champion Lakes. As we see Luke Bate exit transition now. Young Luke Bate, Australian Schools Triathlon Champion this year. A fantastic first run. He'll find his legs onto this second run leg. He's going to wait Katie Gibb, our leader in the women's division. Well, the sprint race never felt so long for these athletes. You can see it's a tough test today of endurance. As we see, he won't be on the podium this year, but he had a great first run. Brandon Swift settling into his rhythm now. And a great young performer here, Horton, the young man, Aaron Horton. What a performance from the 16 to 19 leader. Very compact young athlete, moving very nicely. Matty Duncan, the boy from Bunbury, out onto the run. Great turnover as he heads out onto that run leg. But Ryan Bailey, never outside the top 10 all year on the ITU World Triathlon Circuit, 10th in the Rio Olympic Games, ranked number 6 in the world. And he is going to be our 2016 Australian Duathlon Champion here at Champion Lakes. It'll be a welcome point to turn around at the 1.25k mark and get the tailwind. And he'll be very, very excited to reach that point in just a few moments. And then straight back to the applause and the finishing shoot here and the crowning of our 2016 Australian Champion. show me your heart. Teach me a lesson, I guess. I still go back to the dark. I'm trying to clean up the mess. Girl, I don't know where to start. If we look across to the other side of the lake, we can see our leader, Ryan Bailey, extending his lead with every stride now as he comes back towards us. Less than a kilometre to run now, about 500 metres for our leader, Ryan Bailey. Must be said, a great run from Matt Burton. He hasn't given him too much distance at all. And then further back we can see Thomas Burns and Matt Smith moving nicely up into 4th place. Matt Smith in 4th has passed Johnny Samet. Well, Burton may well have done enough today to hold on to the silver medal, but it's all right, Bailey. Ladies and gentlemen, come down adjacent to the finishing chute and let's cheer in our winner in just a few moments, Ryan Bailey. He'll be through the finishing line in just a few moments' time. And a great job staying on the heels of our leaders throughout the race as we see Katie Gibb just chasing James Lewin out of transition. Our leading elite female. So Ryan Bailey less than a minute away, Matt Burton will be 2nd, Thomas Burns will be 3rd, Matt Smith in 4th. Let's cheer them through the finish line. We'll see James Debenham out onto the run. So still a display here from our elite athletes. Harry Young onto the run. Great result from him. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, the Australian Olympian, the boy from Bunbury, will be the 2016 Australian Duathlon champion. A strong first run, very controlled in the windy conditions. He had enough power to stay on the heels of the great Matt Burton. But let's welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the Olympian, the Australian champion for 2016, Ryan Bailey. Fantastic effort, number 2, a big round of applause. He made the race on the bike today. He'll be 2nd, Matty Burton.
Well done, Matt.
And fresh off his 7th place finish in the World Long Course Championships in Switzerland, a big round of applause for world number 3, Thomas Burns, our final podium finisher. 3rd place today for Thomas. And in 4th place, a great result in elite company for Matty Smith. And a great performance for number 5, a very evenly stacked field. Great ride from this young man today, Australian University Cycling Championship in his first during the week. Johnny Samet in 5th.
You came first.
Fantastic racing in the men's field. Our top 5 competitors separated by less than a minute. A race of contrast. The best of the lot. Ryan Bailey will grab him now and have a chat with our race winner. Some fantastic athletes here on display. Ryan Bailey, you saw the power of big Matty Burton out there on the bike. How was it keeping close to those wheels?
I was aiming for him. I kept looking over the shoulder and along the back straight he just hit it up. It was a matter of just holding it.
Did you look at your wattage or just trying to hold on to the oil?
There's no meter on that one at the minute, which is probably a good thing because through the roof and that came past. But yeah, I enjoy the property stuff and it's something I definitely want to do in the future. And yeah, I might be happy to do class 70 next year.
Fantastic. As we say, well done also to Benny King there, another power cyclist. So overall, mate, your thoughts on the race today? Obviously tough conditions, the race and contrast.
Yeah, I had a bit of a sore leg, so I sort of took the run a bit easier and just felt a bit tighter, so that's why I really went for it on the bike and give myself a bit of a pup. But, yeah, just nice to do a duathlon for a change. Was a bit different not having it in Perth, but yeah, I really enjoyed the format and yeah, just good to be back racing in Perth.
Ladies and gentlemen, our winner and a fantastic result for the boy from London, Ryan Bailey. Second place, Matty Burton, making it some wholesale damage down there on the bike course. Obviously not that stick head with down the back straight.
Yeah, Johnny said to me at the start line, oh, it's not too bad out there, and you come swing around that bottom end, and I think he got it wrong, right?
Yeah, we could see the sort of pace, especially probably more so on that final run. It was like running into a hurricane for you guys, and it looked like everyone was sort of leaning forward to try to wheel themselves forward rather than having any momentum. And how was that race compared to your expectations?
Oh, you were going to be faster than yesterday when you saw the host Ryan was in town. He's only going to take it out even quicker, so WA's producing a lot of quick young guys now, so that first 5K was always going to be on, but you know, when there's a big headwind, you've got to try and get a good sit. Make the win, just like a bike race, and you know, I've got a right getting on the bike, but the story ran the bike and
And of course your run was very impressive today, so maybe you improved there over last year?
Yeah, did a bit of work when I went away to Europe over that middle section of the year, just trying out the mountains, and loved it, got a lot back for it all, and I actually felt better in the water since I've been back, so it's disappointing ready to duathlon today, right? But yeah, it's exciting, and you know, I didn't really settle on the bike today, but it's going to be fun.
Fantastic, Matty. Well done, Al. And Ryan, Matty Duncan, a great result in his first elite race. Finally, Tommy Griffiths there on the podium, fresh off 7th place in the World Championship in Zofingen. Obviously, some real fast pace out there on the course today. Yeah, didn't want to go as fast as white today, but it was a fantastic race. It's really great to see the sort of colour that's being pulled to this race at the beginning of the season. And all the local guys from these two down in Bunbury, like out there, everyone's coming and supporting, so it's fantastic for the event and it's fantastic for CWA to try and pull the trigger. Yeah. Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Third place, Tommy Bruins. I might just call in our podium finishers and get a personal photo here of you guys. Well done to Matty Duncan. A great result from him, narrowly ahead of Jason Ryan, one of our top elite athletes. Great step up to the ranks of open competition for Matty Duncan. Fantastic results from some of our top age group competitors. Aaron Morton, Joshua Roberts, fantastic results from them. As we recap, 57 minutes, 56 minutes and 48 seconds, winning time. Competitors bring it all on the line. And we're sort of taking our age group in here today. Great result. Well, brilliant, what a result. Great result for this young man, coached by Brad Wall, and he'll be very happy with that. He's the head of Stadium Triathlon coach, James Lewin. James. James with number 89 next across the line.
What is the female?
That's first two laps, it's like, it's so slow, second run is shit. I should have sprinted in front of them, just like,
Ladies and gentlemen, our 2016 Elite Female Australian Duathlon Champion is here. Let's give it up for Katie Gibb. Alex Davidson, great result, Michelle Grant progressing very, very strongly.
My glove, where's my other glove?
Apologies, we take a little bit of a slow feed through as we see Brad Kay and James Devlin coming through to take the tape. Brad Kay and James Devlin. Young Burrows, Luke Burrows, this is all he's happy with that. Taylor McGinnis was there and Larry 05 also. Grant Tidby, a great result. Oh, well, we've got plenty of top age group athletes aiming for their national titles. You see Luke Burrows, runways. Here's David Kane, Harry Young, Young Lees.
Where is he?
Harry Young putting her on the line with the overhead across the line. Jones from the Rockets Academy as we see the older Dimmer, Shane Dimmer. Crossing the line now. Young Roberts with that son.
Good work, James!
Well done there, Mitch Lees, Duncan Jones, Elliot Roberts all through there in quick succession.
Woo! Where'd I go?
Here comes the big man. Andy Bowman, the boy from Wellington, across the line next. As we see Ryan Patel running very strongly to the finish.
Oh, nice!
The result there for Ryan Patel. You see Tri-Club Machine. In full stand as well. And he's been finished here on the home straight between these two young athletes. It's Thomas. Apologies, getting some technical difficulties. We see our second place finisher in the female division. And they're standing at the there. And you see all of our top age group competitors here. Sean Webb from Breaking Limits. Great result from him. Sean Whitehead coming into the straight as well. And a big sprint finish coming through from some of our other age group competition behind him. Sean across the line zone. Short course transition. Take your box out of transition now. Short course athletics transition now is now open.
Only two people from my race to the right line. Everyone else cut. Oh, did everyone else do like a small loop? Yeah. That's like, good job, bro. Yeah. pretty happy. So did Luke. Oh, yeah. Luke's been hammering. You sent Josh Roberts anything?
Adam, Luke! Good job! Good job!
Carly, you cheated.
I didn't cheat. I didn't know the flag was Luke!
Where'd you come?
7th in the end.
Yeah, they actually pointed us.
They actually pointed us.
Yeah. The motorbikes were like over there, and I was like, what the hell?
I was winning it. I'm like, yeah. I was getting my belly.
Really?
Yeah.
The funny thing is that one guy
Yeah, but I was in the
that was... Yeah, and then there's
Good job, Aaron!
Yeah.
I'm eating these bits and I'm going to go and help mum.
I know.
You guys know.
Anthony Stacey finishing very strongly.
I have plastic like a couple of them. Wait, they better make it. Winning the competition. And that time, I was like, you're allowed to have free. I was like, you're I only had free. Yeah, go Brooke.
Yes,
Janet Ferguson across the line next. A great result from Janet.
My dad was in the short.
One of our top female age group competitors, Carolyn Anderson from the Shoot Club. Great result from her.
I
Being well represented here.
Yes, I just got a bit of a
Fantastic athletes across all the age group competitions. To recap, we have almost 100 competitors across the line in the ultimate long course division here.
Yeah, go Abby!
Good job, Abby!
Good job, Abby! Oh, she's like not fast.
And Ludwig, well done. Glenn Maidenhurst, young Taylor Boy as well. Smith from the Australian tri-team here, as you can see. And she's probably going to finish. Just make sure you keep moving through the finishing chute, guys.
Like, just there.
Oh, you missed it. You got annoyed.
Well, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? If we look at the elite female competition, Katie Gill in a time of 1:04.27. Third female overall in the time of 1:08.15 is our world champion in the 55 and 59 category, Janet Ferguson. Fantastic effort. Third overall, Janet Ferguson, the world champion in the 55 and 59. An amazing effort. Carolyn Anderson in the 50 and 54 category, only 20 seconds back with the fourth place female. Great to see such strength in our age group female ranks as we see Alex McDougall X across the line.
I've got no memory on my phone. That's my problem. I can't make anything on my phone at the moment. So I can't post it now.
Underage group winners,
one of the guys,
Catherine Ryan,
they're running some he got that.
underage group winners on the female side of the equation. On the men's side, we also have winners today. Aaron Roy, Rasmus Optimum 16 to 19, Carl Reed 35 to 39.
He seemed to get to just jump.
Stevie Red, 60 to 64. 55 to 59 at Adrian Australian titles for all those age group competitors, well done to them. Just a reminder, folks, our presentations will get underway at 20 past 10. At 20 past 10, so we've got 30 minutes away from our presentations. Thank you once again to our sponsors, Shots, Sports Nutrition, Monday Eyewear, TRC, I've seen it when we try to get up. The favourite tent provided by Integrated Health. having our opponent in the interleague race today. Well done to Luke Tom Williams in third, Powerhouse, Matt Burton in second, our winner. Well done to six triathlete, Ryan May in the 2016 Australian and West Australian Triathlon Champion. Streaming through. In the women's elite category, you see as Rosie Farrell in third, Kirby Diaz second, Katie
Yeah, that's what I mean, like memories.
Let's not mention our third fastest female overall. There was 55 to 59 category winner, Jan Burgess, and
Even last year we're here.
we're seeing our athletes streaming through now in their different categories, all racing for their own challenge, and many of the athletes in the February series. Now Wesley crossing the line now. This has been the first point score for the state series championship this year. First run, strong finish, and very high up in the category. Well done. Little sprint finish from the boys in the finishing straight. Silverlock, 1:11:26 Scott Francis, Ian McCullers, Ben Greenslade, John Wynn, Andrew Highfield, Rob Soriano, Chad Murray, Brendan Williams, Stephen Edwards. In the women's division, well done, Luke Chang, Rachel Wales, Leanne Hewson, Clancy Quick, Lisa Hitchcock, Lucy Altman, and Kayla Knight. Coming down the finishing chute. Stacey crossing the line. Make sure we take it out to the recovery tent provided by Perth Integrated Health. It's being swapped now. Especially on the hard work day out there on that fight there. Well done to Lucy Martin. Great result, Lucy, on the way to the Newfoundland Triathlon in a few weeks' time. See Jane Davis coming into the transition now to the finishing shoot. Well done, Janie. Excellent effort from Jane Davis there, crossing the finishing line. Well done on the para triathletes, a great effort out there today, winning conditions, out on the course. Presentation's now 30 minutes away. Everyone cheer on our finishers across the line. Our presentation's underway at 20 past 10. Spot prize is also being drawn. Make sure you put your number into the spot prize draw to make prizes for our lead sponsors. GAI Wear, GAC, Shots, Armadale Duathlon, Australia, Perth Integrated Health, our arena partners we've got before. A great day here. Lakeside and the Armadale Duathlon trials. So our tri-club celebrating in style.
I've been pretty good.
The club zone adjacent to the finish area. The bodyguard providing us with some photographic
Good photo of us.
Brian Bailey, the 2016 Australian champions. I hope today's good winners to be announced shortly at the presentation ceremony. Australian point score for the year, and also trying to qualify for the World Triathlon Championships next year.
Coordinate's gone away.
Full of heads of steam too.
Anyone like to photograph the ticket?
Well done, bud. Feel out your pocket, did it? Oh, right.
Yeah, but I won't take off my second up. Take it.
The wind would come off on Lake Road.
Yeah, it's after the turn.
Anywhere, nothing on shit. Get done and dusted. I think a bit older, he really stuff. Yeah, he really stuff. Wake up at 6 a.m. every day.
Get the most important job of the day.
Sorry?
Get the most important job of the day, I guess. Make sure everyone's photos turn out
Alrighty folks, it's an update for our team and try events and our presentations as soon as our last competitor crosses the line, so stay close. Grab a coffee. Our short course and long course champions will be awarded. As we see Chris Lynn crossing the line, up Chris. Perennial triathlon season here in Western Australia. And great to see him here again for the opener of the 2016-2017 season. Some fantastic racing. Gail Galella, well done Gail, across the line there. Awesome result from her. Recapping, Rosie Farrell, Debbie Diaz and Katie Gill, 1, 2 and 3 in the women's race. Tom Bruins, Matt Burton, and then our champion Ryan Bailey in the men's. We'll see our top 8 competitors continuing to charge across the line here on a windy day at Champion Lakes. Recapping on some of our age group winners, 14 to 15 years, Alec Davidson, 16 to 19, Aaron Robertson, 20 to 24, Grant Rourke, 25 to 29, James Long, we'll give it to him. I think Ryan Bailey's been put in the age group category to elevate him to the elites. Shane Dimmer, 30 to 34, Grant Timbry, 35 to 39, Bradley Kay, 40 to 44, Tom Martin, and Michael Pratt, 50 to 54, with Stephen Peck in the 60 to 64. In the women's divisions, we're going to see Carolyn Anderson in the 50 to 54, Brooke McCoy, Janet Wilkinson in the 55 to 59, third female world champion, Janet Ferguson, no less. Sonia Ashburn just through as well. Ireland Wiltshire, fantastic effort. First Ireland in the 75 to 79 UK read. Presentations not far away, ladies and gentlemen. Grab yourself a copy. Go to seat. We're going to have presentations in a few moments' time. It's our final competitor crosses the line as we see the race number 99. Big hanging. Well done there, Leah Polglaze, Kylie Black and Colin Hyland. Well done here, Cole, ahead of the sun. Good job well done on a winning day here at Champion Lakes. We'll wait our final competitors. Iona, well done, lovely work. She's made all the way from Victoria. She was from sunny weather in the west and said she got wind and rain. Julie Kelly will have to eat from the North Coast Strike Club. Great result, third in the 60 to 64 age group. Tri-Club competitors coming across the line next. Great to see the Rockingham Club represented as we see Sandra Adam. Well done, Sandra, great job. The Rockingham Tri-Club. Well represented with age group winner Shane Hibbert today. You'll be happy with that. Thank you to the team at Perth Integrated Health. We have a free recovery centre at the finish line adjacent to the lake here. Perth Integrated Health, a long-term sponsor of Tri-Events. Thank you to them. Also PA Eyewear upstairs, great range of eyewear on display, shots, sports nutrition. Also TRC up top with Sam Simpson, just bringing that in up there as he does. For your shoes and gear for the tri-season. Also thank you to the City of Armadale. Now on the tape gear here at Champion Lakes, the event continues to grow. Triathlon Australia and Triathlon Western Australia State and National Championship also here. So thank you to the governing body in the state and also the country. As we see number 1, 2, 3 across the line. With number 104, so that's well done Cassandra Giannini and Natasha Spark. Well done also Melissa Melinda. Well done Mel, lovely work girls. 3 more across the line, a few more to come. As we see, I can see Nadia Blaze in there working her way on the course. Another athlete still being out, looks like Steve Barry, the great man of West Australian multi-sport. 2 and 4 more to come as we welcome from the Central Coast Triathlon Club, a New South Welshman across the line. Thank you for making the trip, Kathy Hyman. Thanks a lot. Or head from the North Coast Tri Club down to the stage, the presentation stage, please. Someone from the North Coast Tri Club. And also XTR Club. So we want a representative from North Coast and XTR Tri Club just to the finish podium to chat with race officials.
Last one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to roll. We just need to have a quick chat with the following competitors. Can we have Chloe Deeg, Matthew Wesley, Ethan Duffy, Matthew Conan, Jasmine Greaves and Breeze James to the finish podium, please. That's Chloe Deeg, Matthew Wesley, Ethan Duffy, Matthew Conan, Jasmine Greaves and Breeze James.
Size to get 49.
Got 49, so that's been taken pre-order.
Put a body Ours was good, yours was good. Do you like I complete?
That's right, it's too big.